Welcome back here on your Wednesday morning. BT on location at the BC Tech Summit. Some big ideas being shared. How about this to have on your business card? Over 25 years working with one of the most reputable brands in the world, Walt Disney. That's Duncan Wardle, the former VP of Innovation and Creativity. Welcome. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. I think the better title would have been In Charge of Mad Ideas, but it was a lot of fun anyway.
Hey, somebody has got to drive and thrive in creativity, and I want to get your take on just a personal experience off the hop where you truly realized innovation needs to be a priority for every company's DNA.
I think for about 100 years it didn't. From 1910 to 2010, we built it, they will come, worked. It was a very product-centric approach. Now we've got a new generation coming in who demands that it's, I want to believe in your purpose, what do you stand for, rather than just, people aren't buying products and services now, they're buying your purpose. And if you don't have one, you're going out of business because this generation will take you out. You've got artificial intelligence coming into the market, robots that are scheduled to take about a tenth of the workforce away in less than 10 years from now. They're scheduled to be thousands of times more intelligent than us by 2030. And then this Generation Z that care more about purpose than profit. So everything you've known for the last 100 years and how it worked, that worked for 100 years. It doesn't work that way anymore. And so if you don't disrupt in the next decade, you die.
Well, artificial intelligence is a big part of disruption. It's been discussed here on stage. Why is it something to truly embrace rather than fear, given what is going on with the future for robots?
So a couple of reasons. I think the best thing, we shouldn't fear artificial intelligence for a couple of big reasons. We are all born creative, right? When you were a child, you got the big toy in the big box, but what did you play with? You played with the box. Why? Because it could be anything you wanted it to be. We're all born with an amazing imagination. Think about the dream you had last week that you'd rather forget about. We're all born curious. We ask why, and why again until we're told there's only one right answer. And we're all born with intuition. You have 86 billion neurons here, you have 100 billion here. Most of us make our decisions every single day here. Guess what? The four things that cannot be programmed into AI, at least in the next decade, are creativity, intuition, curiosity, and imagination. So we too have a part to play. I think the other reason is we will evolve to become AI. If you think about your iPhones today, do you think you'll be carrying an iPhone 10 or 15 years from now? No, it'll be embedded somewhere into you. A lot of people have prosthetic limbs today. I have a titanium neck today. Our hearts, they're pumps. Kidneys and livers, they're filters. So we will become the second-hand car. As we seek everlasting life, better health, we will evolve to become artificial intelligence.
Well, the way we need to evolve is to really thrive and drive curiosity within our teams. And I know you work with a lot of companies with what you call energizers to get people thinking outside the box. How do you create a culture of curiosity? First initial step if you find there's a rut and people are all thinking the same way.
The biggest challenge for most people is their own experience, their own expertise. Because the more experience and expertise you get in any particular industry, the more reasons you know why the new idea won't work. So you have to sort of open your brain. We only work with 13% of our brain every day, but the other 87% is subconscious back there. Every one of your experiences through life is tucked away back there, but you can't access them. So for example, if I ask you, where are you and what are you doing when you get your best ideas? You'll hear shower, walking the dog, commuting, driving. You never hear at work. Well, that's an issue, but you always hear like the shower, because the moment you take time to think, and that's the biggest issue for innovation, is we don't give ourselves time to think. But the moment you give yourself time to think, you come up with that big idea. And so it's about giving people, the reason I do Energizers, it's creativity with purpose. It's all I'm doing is listening for laughter. The moment I've got laughter, I know I've opened the door between your conscious and subconscious brain, and you can access all that stimulus.
Are you kidding me right now? This was the appetite for the master's class. He's about to put on stage BC Tech Summit. Duncan Wardle, you can check him out. Some great resources online. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much indeed, and congratulations on your son.
Hey, thank you for that. The future should be interesting for baby Nico.
Now, pal.
New recruit over here. Listen, we'll take a break. Watch this.